want to ask is, um, what are some of the challenges that you are facing? What are some of the challenges you are facing that it's not clear to you when it comes to flyer creation? Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you're facing, or some of the things that feel like an issue when it comes to flyer creation?
Um, Sometimes it's based on like picture arrangements. When
Okay.
you are doing flyer like that will contain like 5 to 7 people.
Okay.
So the way of the arrangement usually give issues sometimes.
The way you arrange picture. Okay. Picture arrangement. So let's just imagine that we have about 5 pictures
Yeah.
that you want to have in a flyer. Okay. What else again?
Um, I think so. That color balancing was giving me issue before, but I think I've know how to do that one.
Okay.
Blend background and text arrangement.
A blank background and text arrangement. Okay. Like a Molina. Toby, do you have anything you want to say?
Maybe I have issue with text arrangement.
Okay.
Text arrangement is always the issue. So also the color used to give me issue sometimes. Most
And I
of the
think
times.
I was trying to learn how to use this ruler, but I don't get that is that is what will make your flyer come so that you don't exceed those specific space that when they are printing out, you don't cut on. So that
Oh,
was the last thing.
okay. The ruler. Okay. Basically, professionally, just that the ruler plays a major role. Just that one of the things that ruler does is to help you. There's also what we call this thing cutting margin. Just that when it comes to printing, especially a flyer where you have to print, do you understand? There's something where they call cutting margin. You get so what you use that ruler to do inside the same background, yes, and so you to the what the ruler is going to be telling you whenever you see the ruler that whatever place that you are going to, like this is the ruler, this is the ruler here. So the ruler will tell you that whatever thing that you are doing, so the ruler will be there, here, here. So it's a guide, you get. So this is what the ruler is going to be. So anything that you want to do now, you have to plan it inside this space. Just you have to plan it inside the space. The background will flow out. Just the background will flow out, but the text will not flow out. Sometimes the shape will can also flow out, just like what we have here. And we printed the billboard. I wish if you can go to the Paparison's church, you see the billboard in front of the church. We printed it already. You get so that's the function of ruler. Just and it helps to guide you because of at the studio when you went to go and print the way everything it was being arranged, and then after printing that you see white border around the paper.
Yeah.
So when you take it where they are cut, where they are cutting, so this is what they will follow. So even though if they chop up a little part from this part, do you understand? It would affect your information. You get so you need to be careful about that. You get and one thing about the ruler is that what you have to do is that you try as much as possible whatever space you have here, it should be the same here. Do you understand? It should be the same here because also in this case we can chop out a bit of the dress. It doesn't affect any important part of the image. Do you understand? So we still have space in between this place. Okay, so that's the function of a ruler. You say three having about five
Multiple,
pictures.
multiple.
You get the truth about it is that no man is an island on this
So it's
own. Okay.
control. Okay, what is it like?
No, is it not there by default?
Okay,
It's not there by default. So just to drag it. You
But
get
but this is that the tools did not show that did not show the
which
tool.
one?
your tools will
No,
show.
it's to show. It's to show. It's because of the screen I'm using, so that's why. But if you look at my main screen, yeah, it's showing. You get so. That's it. You get so the truth about it is that no man is an island on his own. You understand? And the truth about it is that sometimes you can be down psychologically, emotionally, and which might also affect your creative thinking. Affect the way you think when it comes to designing. It happens a lot. So you get and when you find yourself in that kind of situation, especially when you have different things happening at the same time, you're present and you have to deliver no matter anything. Just you get so one of the things you can do in that regard, having an idea of how to arrange pictures. Sometimes I usually tell people that what you just do is that go online. You can go online like Pinterest, and also what you just do is just look at different designs that has multiple pictures. You can actually take inspiration from those images. When you look at other people's design, just you can take inspiration from it and see and add. So what I would say is that sometimes what I would do is that, okay, so if I have about 5 pictures, so I can go online and look for different pictures, different graphic design like Pinterest. Do you understand? So I'll place them in my front. You understand? So I can pick for the first flyer the way they arrange their pictures. Do you understand? The second flyer. These are designs that has about 5 different different designs, yes sir, but it has different but the main goal is that this picture has five pictures inside them, you understand, but the design pattern is different. So what you can just do is that, so once you place those 3 pictures inside your design, then what you just do is that look at how they have arranged the picture in this first design. Just you pick out that particular one. Okay, I'll arrange my pictures this way. Then you move to the next one. Okay, the way they position their text, this is what I'll pick from this one. Just before you know your design is beginning to form. Just you get, so with that you can actually help to cover that particular kind of that aspect you get. And also another thing you can also do is, so we have 2 ways of arranging pictures. So is it that you mark it inside a box, is that you mark it either, or you take out the background and rearrange it. So when you're talking about picture arrangement, these are the ways. This is the basic way you want to arrange your picture. So the way you now go about the styling is not left for you. These are some of the things you can also pick out from this. When you have 3 samples, do you understand? Then you can pick out from this one, pick out from this one, pick out from this one, then combine the both of them and see what it gives to you. Do you understand? You get, so sometimes you understand that sometimes you might be out of inspiration, sometimes you might be tiring sometimes, but you just have to deliver. You cannot be telling your client that particular one. You get also another thing you also talk about in terms of color combination. Just so sometimes, even though when you have a perfect design, you just observe that something is missing. Probably the image is separated from the background, or the image is separated from the entire design. You get, so that you just be feeling that way. You understand? You get, so that's where the photography skill comes in. You understand? When you try to balance colors, do you understand? So that you can gel together. You get, so another thing again that can also in color combination also, when you are cropping out, the way you go about your cropping out, also your feather, when you apply feather. So sometimes, just like I say, feather, if the feather you've actually added to a particular image, also it can also give you this feeling that this particular picture is not blending together. So one of the formula I usually use when it comes to feather is, whatever I usually use it. Yeah, if the resolution of the picture is high, I will increase the feather. If the resolution is low, I'll lower the feather. Do you understand? So if it's like, for instance, if it's a phone camera or a phone picture, all those are selfie picture, just like what our uncle was talking about. You get, say, now this picture now we get nothing we fit do, nothing you fit do, but at the same time, that your client, that's what they have. They don't have money for studio shoot, or that they can't go to studio, what have you. You just have to walk around, you understand? So if it's a like phone camera, so what I would recommend is probably you can play between 1 and 2 when it comes to feather in the other. But if it's a studio picture and the resolution is high, because some studio pictures gone safe this day, by the time they have sent it to different people, the resolution has dropped. So there's not really much difference between that one and normal phone picture. Do you understand? You get, so you play around it. So you talk about them the feather also, because the feather, the major role, it makes it blend with the background. So when you crop out a picture and there's no feather, you see the separation. And when you crop out a picture and the feather is excess, do you understand? You also see it, that it will affect the way the picture is rhyming. Do you understand? Then when you work on that aspect, then you now look at your color balancing. You get, where you have to look at the picture and know, most times you want to play around saturation, you want to play around brightness, you also want to play around your red independent color. You get, just to make it balance. You get, so Gustin, you talked about arrangements. Arrangement, you get, so just like what I also recommended for Imole, you get, this is one of the things you can also do. Just that this is one of the things you can also do. You get 3 different flyers that you feel that this is very perfect for you, or it makes a lot of sense for me. Just you can get inspiration from those kind of flyers you get. So but basically, when it comes to text arrangement, you get, one of the things that you have to know is that your text must always align. You get, so when it comes to, so this is a this is a flyer. Do you understand? This is a flyer. So when I this is a flyer. So when I'm talking about the spacing now, look at the space here and look at the space here. Just that I try as much as possible for the space here and here to be the same. Just so if I'm to, then I brought in a box also, try to space from here to here to be the same thing. So sometimes it could also be an inspiration whereby okay, you just want to have this guy come from this aspect. Just that you get. But what I'm just trying to say, this is a perfect. Let me look at this. This is a perfect flyer. Okay. So look at this is the thing which is has to be at the middle. You get. So sometimes some of the things I see that you guys make is that this information here will not now align with each other.
Okay, the dates and everything must align with
Yes, because of distraction, because at the end of the course, if it becomes a distraction, then it makes the design look scattered. So you want to let them know that this is where your team is, this is where your team is, this is where the information about the program is. So if you have information scattered everywhere, do you understand, it causes distractions. Do you understand? So most time when you come to designs like this, so is it that you have the picture by the left, you have the picture by the right,
or in the middle.
in the middle. Sure, sir. So if I move this text and I put it under here now, I'm not going to say it's not going to be fine, though, but it could actually cause distraction. Just like it could actually cause distraction. I've also seen a situation whereby you see them, some people they will draw like a shape here and they will write dates,
that time.
date and time here. Just and also you need to also understand trend. You get this is what those times, those are before, those are before okay, for every generation have what was happening or what was raining those days. Do you understand? You get, but this time around I actually feel that a lot of things have actually changed. Do you understand? So now if you look at some of the designs that they are doing, it's only in a rare case you have them have their data, they are designed by the corner. You understand? Because distraction, and we from this part of the world, or this part of the world, this thing can be there. You understand? But they will not see it. They will not see it. They'll still be asking you what is the day. What, so you want to avoid all of those stuffs. You understand? So text arrangement, you want to have your information on one place. You get, so that it can be easily readable. You have the information. This is the thing. Then you have it here. Then you have it there. So most times you have the church name and the church logo at the middle. Just most times you have the church name and the middle. So except probably you want to have just like in the case of this, in case of this we have okay two logos. We have this one and we have this. You get, so that's how we do. That's how we are not having it at the middle. But if you put it at the middle, it becomes a distraction. Just and so we have to separate the both of them. Do you understand? You get, so just like I say, once you want to design a flyer, pick three different flyers that are nice. Look at the way they've actually arranged their information. Look the way they've actually arranged their picture. Look the way that this particular one that they've arranged their header, just and with that you can gain inspiration in terms of arrangement. So I don't know if there's another thing again.